Hello, good evening, everybody. It's show time, and here I am with my everyday show. We are on a 5,000 word bank challenge, and it's been a pleasure carrying on that challenge. Uh, I don't know how much is it for you, but definitely a great challenge and a wonderful uh, thing for me to do. So before I launch into my daily task, I'll just tell you who I am. I am Vinita Vora. I'm a coach, consultant, and a digital marketer. I'm on a mission to help those who dream. Those who dream to work, study, or travel abroad. But for temporary or permanent purposes, it doesn't matter. The world is our oyster today. The entire planet is ours. We belong all over. We are universal citizens today. We are global citizens. Let's all think like that. Wow. So, if you dream of going out, you have to write an English proficiency test. And for any English proficiency test, be it IELTS, TOEFL, Pearson, Duolingo, your GRE, GMAT, even SAT, you need to qualify your English language proficiency. And particularly, I'm addressing IELTS because in that you need 7 plus above band to get a dream university or to get your a dream institution. So you need to get a higher band. Now, language learning is not a big deal if you have the passion, enthusiasm, practice, perhaps right mentoring. You can do wonders. If nothing else, create an environment where you can practice your learning skills, whatever you're picking up, speaking, writing, listening, conversational, interactive, whatever. You need to practice your communication skill. So, language is a skill that can be taught. It cannot be taught. Language is a skill you need to practice. It's something which has to be done by you. No matter, no books, no theory will help you there. It's a skill which is very practical, which you have to actually do, get into the waters, and then you will learn the skill. Okay. So, in my drive of 50,000 words, I thought let us go beyond just learning one word, one vocabulary, which is not so easy to learn. So then you have to have a narrative, which I did use. I took the narrative of a girl, and then we used her stories to bring you some vocabulary words. But then I thought of collocations. Now, collocations are what they are basically groups of words which have come to be established in the language world, in the native English language world, the expert English language world because of their usage. So if you pick up these phrases, collocation, then you are not learning one word, you're learning a little more flow. You're learning a little more fluency because it's a group of words that's coming together all the time. All right. And now I have picked up phrases. Why? Because phrases are just like collocations. They give you a group of words. And at times, each means definitely something, particularly when you go to phrasal verbs, prepositional verbs. Though the prepositions may be same or different, yet they will have a lot of different meanings. So there it becomes kind of homonym kind of structure where the same verb run, but if you give on different prepositions to it, it's not totally different meaning and a different usage in the language. So these nuances of language, these nitty-gritties of finer aspects of grammar will actually help you to go deeper into language learning. So today, I've been dealing with phrases now, and I'll just begin with once again what are phrases. Let's take a quick revision. So, what is a phrase basically? So, phrase is a group of words that work together to express a particular meaning. There's a great difference between phrases and sentences, and what's that? Phrases do not have both either a subject or a predicate. They can only act as a single part of speech within a sentence. It could be a noun, verb, adjective, or adverb. So day before I dealt with noun phrases. Yesterday we dealt with adjective phrases. You may go and refer to the recordings in case you missed. I hope you're sitting there with a notebook and a pen. Yes, when you learn in a group, when you learn in a community, when you learn in an environment, the learning becomes enjoyable, the learning becomes a pleasure, and you don't even realize when you start learning. Okay, now what are the benefits of phrases? Why am I saying that if you have to write an international exam or English proficiency exam, phrases are going to help you? Why? Let's delve into that. Number one, it will improve your writing skills. Using various phrases can make your writing more sophisticated and coherent. You'll see as I give you the examples. Your writing automatically becomes very sophisticated, elegant, and it gives a flow, fluency. And next, it enhances your speaking skills. So when you know different kinds of phrases, you'll be able to express your ideas more clearly, more fluently. Moreover, it will boost your listening and reading comprehension because you are understanding phrases, and it allows you to grasp the meaning of both spoken and written text better. Now, how many kinds of phrases are there? Phrases can be of many kinds. It could be nouns, adjectives, adverbs, prepositional, as with some idiomatic expressions too. Okay, and then today I'm going to take up verb phrases. Now, what are verb phrases? So for this, I'm going to share my screen with you here. I'll share my screen with you, and you'll be able to see what are the verb phrases. Let's see. Look at them. The verb phrases. The verb phrases are made up of the main verb and one or more helping or auxiliary verbs. You know auxiliary verbs? We call them helping verbs. So these helping verbs add meaning to the main verb, and they express what? Tone, tense. They express the tense, mood, or voice. So these helping verbs, they definitely bring a change in your expression because they alter the mood. They tell you about the tense. They at times bring out the voice also very clearly, whether it's passive voice or active voice. The subject is in action or the object is in action, right? And what would be the structure? It would be helping verbs plus the main verbs. For example, is running, has been talking, will be going. So normal verbal phrases once you use the verbs. Now, I'll take some verbs, keeping the IELTS in mind, keeping the IELTS context in mind, though it applies to all kinds of English exams. Number one is bound to, meaning certain to happen. It is bound to happen. If you practice rigorously, you will succeed in your IELTS exam. You get it? So bound to will be, you are bound to do something if you do something. Right? So she is bound. It is certainly going to happen. Next, has been striving. That is making great efforts to achieve something. Striving is working hard, being consistent, being regular, working at it, to work something, to work at something. So, how can you use it in a sentence? He has been striving to improve his writing skills for the IELTS. Okay. Seema has been striving to improve her speaking English skill over the period of time. So you has been striving, that's in the past tense, or had been striving. Okay, and then she achieved something. So whichever way you use it, has been striving. Now will have accomplished. I'm talking about the future perfect form. So will have completed by a future time. By the end of the course, she will have accomplished all her study goals. Let me tell you, if you stay regular with me on my daily live shows of Word Back Challenge, 5,000 words, you will have accomplished a great feat in language learning. Particularly if you imbibe these words, if you make them part of your vocabulary. Even one will do, because it's a big number we are going ahead with. So it's just one day at a time, one step at a time. To become regular, to become consistent, join me. In case you need to have the textual resource, I'm putting it all on my YouTube, and I'm putting the link also on my Facebook Live. You can easily access the resource and practice your level. Try and use them in whichever circle you are moving. Let the people do what they want, do whatever they want. Develop a thick skin, just go and practice. It's you, your world, you need to learn something. 2 hoots to the world. Next, was deemed, considered or judged. His performance was deemed excellent by his instructor. So, for example, the monitor of your class was deemed the best teacher, being considered or judged, has been recognized. That means identified or acknowledged. Now, she has been recognized as a top performer in an IELTS preparation class. He has been recognized as a top performer in his maths class. Okay, has been recognized. Now, should have masters, or ought to have become highly skilled. You should master by now. You should have mastered the key strategies for the IELTS speaking test. Now, could be perceived, might be understood or seen in a particular way. His accent could be perceived as an accept in the listening section. Okay, so could be perceived, it could be understood, or it could be observed in a particular manner or a particular way. Your performance could be perceived as an adventure into hard work and consistency. Okay, had been considering, was thinking about something. She had been considering taking an advanced course before enrolling in the IELTS class. So, had been considering, or you can write in present. She has been considering taking an advanced course before enrolling in the IELTS course, or before enrolling in the IELTS class. Is anticipated to, is expected or predicted to happen. His scores are improve with more practice. I promise you, your scores are anticipated to improve if you put in the daily drill of practicing. Next, will have been preparing. That means will have been preparing in the process of by some future point. By the time of the test, she will have been preparing for 6 months. By the time of the test, she will have been preparing for 2 months. Depends. Was advised to. You were given a recommendation. He was advised to focus on his listening skills by his tutor. He was advised to mind his manners when he was in the class. Okay. So you were advised to take care of your financial planning in the year 2024. It could be in any context. Has been commended. That means praised formally. She has been commended for her dedication to studying. Might have overlooked. She could have failed to notice. You might have overlooked some important details in the reading section. You might have overlooked some questions in the reading section. Okay, so might have overlooked, might have failed to notice. Overlooked, maybe you don't. It is required to, must do something. You must do something. Every candidate is required to bring their ID on the test day. Every candidate is required to maintain his or her calm during the test day. It's your nerves that matter in your performance. Finally, preparation is left aside once you enter the hall. It's your nerves, it's your calm undue manner. It's your calm mind that gets you your desired plan. Okay. Has been striving, making significant efforts towards a goal. He has been striving to enhance his vocabulary for the writing task. So he has been striving to enhance his vocabulary for the speaking task. He can strive for anything. He has been striving to learn cycling in the last few days. Okay. Will be conducting, will be organizing, or the teacher will be conducting a mock IELTS test next week. Okay, I will be conducting a poll quiz on the phrases very nearing future. Was acknowledged as, recognized as, or as accepted as something. She was acknowledged as the best speaker in the class. She was acknowledged as the best singer in the India talent show. She was acknowledged as the best cook in the Master Chef contest. Has been tasked with, given a responsibility. He has been tasked with writing an essay on climate change. I have been tasked with some assignments in my course today. Should be emphasized, needs to be highlighted, no stress. It should be emphasized that practice is crucial for success. It should be emphasized that daily practice, daily consistency is a significant move for success. We'll have gained, we'll have acquired by a future time. By the end of the course, you will have gained significant confidence in speaking English. By the end of challenge, your confidence will peak. Your confidence will soar high. It will shoot out of the ceiling because 5,000 words is a big deal. Whatever you retain will be with you, and definitely there will be an improvement in you. So become vigilant, become conscious, become mindful. Join every day for 15 minutes and do write in the comments how many words have picked up, how many words have stuck to you, how many words have you become friendly with. And yes, once again a reminder, I have put my ebook link. Do pick up that ebook. It will give you the text for the IELTS that you're planning to take. Okay, so with this, I stop sharing and end my show today. Okay, so I'll see you again, same time approximately, same platform tomorrow also. More power to you. Learn the language. It is fun to learn the language. Go ahead, don't give it up.